All right, I gave you the briefing for business plan, and this is the last assessment, which is meant for UGE 2002 Technopreneurship. Already given to you more than 4 weeks time to actually conduct the business plan report preparation. You can read the curriculum outcome, and you can see that you need to obtain the fundamental knowledge before you can actually do this business plan. You already know about business model canvas, and as we progress through, some of the lectures relevant to preparing this business plan is being given to you over one lecture to another lecture. For instance, we're already going through organizational and also administrative plan. And then we are looking into marketing plan. We are looking into the financial plan. We are looking into operational plan. All will come together in understanding how to prepare this business plan report. So that's the curriculum outcome. This one, for this assignment, it appears that you need to have a lot of exposures in lectures before you actually can perform the business plan. My only concern is the last lecture, which is on IP, intellectual property, comes in later compared to the submission date for this business plan. The instruction concern, this is 120 marks and 40%. And basically, you need to submit, and you may not get the feedback because this is like the final exam for a particular course in UMP. And therefore, once you submit, the report will be marked, and the marks to be given to a particular committee before it will be released as a whole grading for the subject. So no way I can give you the feedback right after marking the report. So bear in mind of that issue. Uh, so 4 to 6 students, but I already made it just nice, 5 person per group, and just like every assessment involving grouping, I changed the leader, and for this also the leader has been changed for business plan compared to the other assignment of business practical as well as pitching, and also the choice has been done randomly. So whoever is now the leader take responsibility as the general manager per se for this company that is going to be put into as a business plan. You're supposed to look into business model canvas. Should make the business model canvas first, and already given enough information on how to make this business model canvas. I use my own company to give you. You remember KFC as well as a example. And once you've done the business model canvas, which supposedly should be a one-page thing, then only you look into making the business plan. But it has to be aligned, should have the same story. If you choose that technology or choose that product or service, should be also coming to be in the business plan. You cannot have business model canvas to be different, business plan, the choice of product or the service to be different. Okay, and then 40% encompasses business model canvas, 5%, and then you have business plan report 30%, and also the individual evaluation as 5%. For the individual evaluation, I will be using again the Google form, which I already used in last semester for your seniors, and therefore it will be again used for this. So even though, say, your whole group performs well to get overall 35% from that 40%, from one student to the other, in five of you will have variation because of the individual evaluation only, not because of the business model canvas or business plan report. So I hope you understand. Okay, and then make sure you read all the instruction and follow the rubrics, which we will go through in a while. That is Appendix B. Always look at the rubrics before you submit or before you start preparing the assignment, because the evaluator, which is me, will follow the rubrics to assess any report. And then make sure you have this Appendix C. That's one. You go here, you can see that. Make sure you have this Appendix C, which most importantly, I need the names of all of you and also the student ID, because I need to key in the marks, the final marks. And go back there. Okay. And then this report also, it's quite lengthy. Some of the submission by your seniors go up to 50 pages or so. It should have references, either references on the companies or whatever other references that you have referred should be given, journal or book, but it has to be in APA kind of referencing. Okay. And then plagiarism, you don't do it. You don't have to. I don't have to create a Turnitin for you to assess how much is the plagiarism. But I am really worried about this plagiarism, because there could be reports by your seniors that is available out there, and you have obtained it and just submit it to me. Therefore, I will be doing the plagiarism by using my own Turnitin. And if I see a very high percentage, then I have no choice to provide some penalty to be fair. You don't want your group to be copying really similar to the seniors ones. Therefore, I need to have a mechanism of controlling that, and therefore I will look into, if there are 20 reports, I will put in the Turnitin by myself, submit it, and then see what is the percentage of similarities. Of course, penalty if late submission, but last semester there was no late submission at all, so I'm grateful that it will also happen for this semester. And then we look into understanding the requirements, each one of it, business model canvas, you already know what it is. And hopefully you choose one business idea that is, agreed upon from all members. If you have an existing company running a business quite successfully, you can suggest to all the members, and then hopefully all in agreement, and use that as in proposing for a business plan together with business model canvas. And ideally, since this is a subject for technopreneurship, I hope you concentrate on a technology kind of product or technology related kind of service, rather than not related in that line. For instance, you are opening a tuition center. I don't see much of a technology there. Maybe if you say it is going to be done online, maybe using the latest tool in teaching, then I will accept. So you have to put it in the business model canvas as well as business plan to convince me that it has some kind of technology related product or service. And then also in terms of what you put in the business model canvas, as I said earlier, should be also in the business plan write up or report. Okay, don't have it different, then you have an issue. It is different entity, it has to be same. Okay, although the business model canvas is put in the appendix of business plan, please ensure that you do business model canvas first and then only proceed to do business plan. And then here it's been said, I gave you a little bit of flexibility because maybe what you have chosen for pitching, what you have chosen for business practical may not be suitable for business plan. Therefore, I give you the flexibility to choose differently. But that doesn't mean you are not to choose something that you are happy with in pitching and business practical. You can still continue to use it in business plan. It's all up to you. I give this condition because I scared some student who have chosen business practical, pitching assignment, product or service, suddenly realize it's too much of a challenge to do for business plan. Therefore, I say you can also have the flexibility of choosing a new product or new service altogether. Okay, I hope it's understood. And then in the preparation of business plan report, you need to prepare the report, and it is many pages, as I said earlier, based on your seniors' way of doing. And it also has a template. I'll share with you the template in a while. One of the things that need to be looked into or considered is when you are planning, make sure the financial planning is forecast for 3 years rather than only for 1 year, as been said here. Okay. And then when it comes to the report, pages after pages, and this is what should have. This should guide you on what to put into the business plan. And if you look at the rubrics, it also been assessed in this content. So ensure at least the most all this is present. Therefore, you don't have any loss of marks. You want to do additionally, no problem. Okay, so make sure there is the cover page with all your names and all your IDs, easy for me to actually key in the marks later. And then another cover page which is for meant for business plan report itself. It should have to who you are addressing to, that you are the company, so your own company name. By now you've done the logo, address, where you want to have it. Try to avoid to use UMP as your address of business. Then I will consider you are not so serious about doing the business in the future. Because for me, if you already leave UMP in 3 or 4 years, that means it's not a long-term projection. Therefore, I will take my what you call opportunity to penalize there. Okay. And then what's the date of proposal and all that need to be there. And then table of content, put in whatever template table of content if you want to use. Should have a cover letter. Business plan or proposal or working paper is meant for a particular target. It could be government agency to help you financially, joint venture with the government. It could be bank to get a loan, or it could be any investors looking for dividend, silent investors. So prepare a letterhead, a proper letter content that seeking as such, whether loan or joint venture or whatever that you think it's the rightful use for the business plan in the end of the day. Okay, I saw some of your seniors. I don't know where they get the name of the CEO of Maybank and his address, and then they apply for loan, for instance. Partnership agreement, there are a lot of templates out there. I saw your seniors have ability to come up with a template and they get the agreement signed. Hopefully signature is also, make sure the signature is there. Don't leave it blank. That means again I will consider all the partners or not serious. The partners mean I refer to the group members lah, and then a short summary, half a page, if you are very hardworking, up to 1 page. Introduction, a few pages, just like writing a thesis. Maybe 1 to 2 or 3 pages. Purpose of business plan, just a paragraph. company background as much as you can. If you already have it in the introduction, this one put it like a summary. Owner's background, one of you could be selected as the GM or CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Provide some background on why going towards this business venture. Org plan, org chart should be there. Must have a org chart in this organizational plan. Uh, this one, just like the lecture already delivered to you, it's not. It must have vision, mission, all that content comes under after we go through the lecture. If need to go through the lecture again, what is found in the organizational plan, because as you will see in the rubrics, org organizational plan or administration plan, marketing plan, operational plan, as well as finally financial plan carries the most sum of marks under this report of business plan. And then the order, usually org plan must come first lah. But financial plan will always come at the last, because all the other budget will be accumulated in the financial plan. This one you can actually switch around. You can have the operational plan first and then marketing plan based on the lecture. Okay, so it's not a problem. And then finally conclude. And then you have also IP registration explanation. IP also got like trademark and also patent. Patent also got 2 or 3 types. Okay, but usually the seniors they look into trademark. Okay, trademark means for instance, you have Milo. Milo is a trademark. It will have that TM at the top, and they already registered. So you don't want another, company, stealing the idea, making ingredient something like Milo, but it doesn't taste like Milo, and then following every single the can, labeling, and then using Milo and then selling it. And giving no profit to the actual Milo company. So if they find out, then they can sue that company and restrict them to sell and also penalize that person. So it's best to have a trademark. So your company also should have trademark. That's what I'm saying. So you need to apply. So there is a way to apply. Go to my IPO and get their form. In fact, there you can see in the appendix, you need to give me the form. But I want to have the very least. You don't have to fill the complete form. It's not easy. I have done filling this form. It is normally you give the content, and the lawyer, the what do you call patent office lawyer will do all the filling of the form. But I just want to know at what area of IP registration is relevant to your company business plan. What are you, looking into IP? What is your intellectual property that you want to secure that nobody else can, take it and get benefit without giving you any incentive. That's the one. Okay, so you want to protect yourself, you should be also looking into applying a form of IP, and usually it's a trademark on your brand or your logo and like that. Okay, and then this one is not part of the business plan for applying or giving to the customer or giving to the bank, but this one is needed for me to understand that every single member within your group have contributed in making the business plan report. So please have this in this order at the end. Okay, and then appendix, although I told you appendix, you see here you put it at the appendix, but should be ideally to do the business model canvas before you actually look into doing the business plan report. Okay, although it is situated at the appendix. And then references, APA style or IEEE or what's that, IEEE format. Go and find out what is this format. It's on three companies, or it doesn't need to be three companies. Companies here maybe website uh, uh, that you referred. You want to look into how to do vision mission, maybe you look at other people's websites, so you put the three companies. But it also could be a scholarly uh, journal or scholarly book that you refer to prepare the business plan, therefore you also put it there, at least lah. I hope there's more than three. Peer evaluation, I will do it using a Google form. Okay, and I already have a ready Google form, and I will give it to you to the WhatsApp group, and then please complete it. It's very much important that you complete it. If you don't complete it for your peer, your other member, then I have a dilemma of what marks to give. So you must complete it. Take effort to complete for all your members. Okay. Format, make sure you follow all this to be standardized throughout. This one, I think you are very good. I saw your seniors all follow this, so no problem when it comes to format of preparing the business plan report. And this is the due date. It is a common thing to give it at week 13, and this is same like for this semester. But what's important is to fulfill the time given. I have given more than 4 weeks. It should be enough. Start grouping together, start having meeting together, start discussing individual tasks to complete it. Okay. And what else I have? Let's look at the rubrics concern. Yeah, before the rubrics, we can look at the business model canvas, BMC. And this one, got 9 parameters. I already given some, it's part of a lecture already given how to prepare this and use my own product to talk about it. Okay. What I want to say is, sometimes when you prepare the business model canvas, you as the author of the business model canvas will know exactly of, the keyword that you use. You may not even use, long text as been seen here. Maybe you just write it as a bullet. Uh, and you may understand very well as the author, but me as the assessor will not understand clearly. Therefore, I suggest you do like some previous group where they give the BMC chart. Also at the bottom they give some further information or text for me as an evaluator to understand additionally what you written down in the canvas. Okay. And then we come to the rubrics. This is the rubrics for BMC 5%. Of course, we look at all the 9 parameters, and if you've done it well, you get 5%, no problem. And then the business plan report, it has 3 sections. Of course, it must have all the template required topics. Something which is missing here is the cover letter, but I will definitely look for the cover letter even though it's not here. I didn't prepare these rubrics, but bear in mind the cover letter should be also there, who you address the business plan to. And then you can see this one carries the most percentage, and we have individual lectures for it. We already at this very moment already done operational plan. We will be moving into we've done organizational plan. We are now moving into operational plan when it comes to lecture, and we would have completed all before time for you to do the business plan report. Right. And cover page here, there are two. One is this one here, and then the cover page for the business plan itself. Lastly, the evaluation. This is what I will be looking into. If I can't put all this content in the Google form, I will put partially, but I have a way to know whether the members have contributed or zero contribution based on the score. So bear in mind, I will definitely penalize those who are riding the boat based on the evaluation done by your peers. Okay, that's it concerning all the briefing relevant to business plan reporting, which carries a very big percentage, and feedback wise, it's not really given immediately after I mark. Yeah, the whole grading need to be done before it will be released by your respective faculty. And lastly, I also want to bring out this template that I got from what do you call Microsoft. Microsoft. They have also given a template, but there are a lot of other templates available in the Google. Go and find it. But even though this is a template found in Microsoft, but it could be very difficult to fulfill as per what is required, but at least it gives some explanation on each of the segment or each of the topics. So have a look, but you don't have to follow it entirely similar to this template. Right, and that's about it. And I will put this recording in YouTube for you to have the link. And I end my briefing. Thank you.